What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Nathan Nichoalls Be A Pro career, where we are at a crossroads in our young lives. It is post-season 2018. If you've been tuning into the series, you'll know good and well we are Super Rugby champions. But we have a decision to make. No. You guys have a decision to make over the next few days. So make sure everyone you know who tunes in to the Be A Pro career with Nathan Nichoalls gets involved in having their say as to where this amazing young talent will be going for 2019, which, remember, is a Rugby World Cup year as well. So we know we are right in the mix here with England. So a small Six Nations followed up by whatever competition it is we choose to go to will see us hopefully fit and hopefully selected for the World Cup of Rugby in 2019. But there's a few small matters to go under the bridge before we get to that monumental occasion. So first things first, before we look at lists of teams and anything like that, you guys need to know two things. Firstly, we are in the second year of our Hurricanes contract. So should we stay at the Hurricanes, we will play out that one more year, then we will be uncontracted to go anywhere in the world. Now keep that in mind when you remember that if we move to the Northern Hemisphere, we will still have to play out 90% of Super Rugby because we are still contracted to the Hurricanes, and the season does not start until after the next Super Rugby season. So that is one thing to keep in mind, that it possibly could be better off staying with the Hurricanes for our contract before potentially moving to the Northern Hemisphere. So keep that in the back of your mind and keep an eye on what teams we have a look at. We're going to be having a look at that very, very soon, but if you've been tuning in throughout this season, you'll know just how good Mr. Nichoalls has been. So I thought it'd be interesting to see just how good we have been throughout this whole career at the conclusion of Super Rugby 2018. And we can see we have played 71 matches so far in the career. We have played a max or highest performance rating is 10, which is, of course, is the maximum. Our last has been 1.23, which was very early on in Currie Cup days. Our average performance is a 6.18, and our last 7 have averaged 8.32. We have won 58 matches, we have lost 13, and gives us a win ratio of 0.82, which is pretty damn fantastic. How about this, though, as we go down one more? 112 tries scored in 71 matches. That is a ridiculous conversion rate of matches to tries scored. Nichoalls is a little master when it comes to scoring points. He has 820 points, I should say. That includes conversions, penalties, drop goals, everything like that. And further on down, running meters. Look at that. A massive amount, 11,631. Kicking meters is just over half that, 6,322. This is over his whole career, remember. This is how well he's done. 401 tackles. So, for every 4 tackles, we score a try. That's not bad, is it? 208 line breaks. That means for every 1 line break, we make 2 tackles, or vice versa. That's impressive enough as it is as well. Just the 7 offloads, just the 2 injuries, which I thought we've had more, but supposedly just the 2, which I'm not complaining about. 176 handling errors. We'll look past that very, very quickly. Only 5 penalties conceded. We have missed, however, 117 tackles, which is not the best. We've made 401, but we've missed 117, so not the best there, but still work in progress is the defence. We've never got a yellow or a red card, and here are our list of accolades. Currie Cup winner, 2015, second in the Six Nations, the 2016 tournament, which is why we missed out on the Rugby World Cup. Obviously, first-year rookie is not going to get called up to the 2015 Rugby World Cup. We backed that up with a 2017 winners medal at the Six Nations before making our way to the Aviva Premiership, where we won the title after a Six Nations disappointment. So 2 Six Nations either side of the Aviva Premiership, but ultimately a title, a trophy, and the Aviva Premiership is exactly what the doctor ordered. Following that, we made another successful Six Nations competition before finally crowning ourselves Super Rugby champions for 2018. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 winning trophies. And dominating around the world as well. We've gone from South Africa, where we all started off, and then we've gone and dominated the Six Nations. We've dominated English rugby, we've dominated the Six Nations again, and then we've dominated Southern Hemisphere franchise rugby, winning the Super Rugby competition. So we've been fantastic, we've been amazing. How did the 2018 season go for Mr. Nathan Nichoalls? Well, we played 14 games, not the maximum. We had some time off with Six Nations commitments, but we still scored 30 tries. That's over 2 tries per match. Ridiculous try scoring from the English fullback. We attempted 106 tackles and we successfully made 86. So we missed 20 tackles out of 106. I guess that's not too bad. Line breaks, we made 48. That is some conversion rate, isn't it? 30 tries out of 48 line breaks. We offloaded 3 times this season. We kicked 125 times. We made 39 handling errors. We'll skip through there. 52 conversions attempted and 51 made. So that means we missed 1 conversion. That's a bit of a disappointment, isn't it? We attempted 1 drop goal and it was successful. What else we got? Penalty attempts 6 and successful 6. So out of all that, we kicked 59 shots at goal, including drop goals, and we got 58. Not bad. Not bad at all. 273 points throughout the season. No yellows, no reds, no injuries too. I forgot about that. It's actually quite bizarre. We conceded no penalties as well. We ran over 3,000 metres, and we kicked 1,727. A successful season for the 99 rated Nathan Nichoalls. That's a bit of a recap while you all get your thinking caps on about who you want to see in this list and whether we're better off staying with the Hurricanes for our last remaining year of the contract, because you can see here 2 years remaining on the contract, but when I click advance, that will go down to final year if we stay with the Canes. So 1 year to go. We could play out that full season, then move north or move somewhere else. It saves us playing 90% of a season and getting no reward for it, because we will go about 2 or 3 rounds from the end from memory, like we did with Bath. We actually messed it up with Bath doing the same thing, but we can do the same thing here today as well. No big dramas if we play 10 or so matches for the Canes before shifting elsewhere. But keep that in the back of your mind and we'll see how the votes go, because you know how this goes. It is all up to you where we go and what we do. So get your thinking caps on, because it's about to happen. We are about to hit advance. This is your decision. All votes will be tallied. Put them on the comments below. Send them to me on Twitter. Just get them to me somehow so I can add your votes to the final tally of where Mr. Nichoalls will be going. If you've not got me on Twitter, it is at CornflakesCrib. You can join up with me there. Send it directly to me. Hashtag Nathan Nichoalls, whatever it takes to get there. Get your vote counted, because it's about to happen. We're about to do it, so let's not mess around. It is happening. 3, 2, 1. Brace yourselves for the offers for rugby's world superstar. The suspense kind of killed it there. The suspense killed it. Why do we have to watch all this rugby? We've got some good results here. I've seen Chile in action. Chile with a loss to Argentina by only 8 points. Goodness me. It is all happening, but here we go. You are required to review your club team contracts for the 2019 season. Are you ready for this? Let's do it. Right. We can see, wow, we have a huge list. A huge list as well. Okay, so let's start off. It is in France, the top 14, where we have an offer from Sporting Union Agen. So they're offering us 2 years at 142,000, but they are just 69 rated. So they're a bit of a backward step, aren't they? Top 14 would be nice, but I'm sure we're going to see something better from the likes of a Toulon or Toulouse, Clermont, something like that, if we want to go top 14. We've got an offer to return back to Bath for 3 years. We didn't really stay there for very long. We did it about 1 year and 3/4 because we signed elsewhere. But they've offered us 142,000 as well. Then we have the Brumbies for 2 years in Super Rugby. Of course, Bath back in the Aviva Premiership, if you did not know. But Super Rugby is where the Brumbies are. 142 as well for 2 years. How about this one? The Highlanders. So could we move south to the former champions? The Highlanders, 2 years there, 142,000 as well in Super Rugby. Interestingly enough, Highlanders 76 rated, Brumbies 73, Bath only 66, and surprisingly, the Highlanders are the highest rated team so far. Okay, what's next? We've got the Northampton Saints. Wow, they are 80 rated. 142k, I think that's going to be base for everyone. The Aviva Premiership could come calling, but we've already knocked that horse off. Do we really want to go back to the Aviva Premiership when we still haven't won things like the Pro 12, Top 14, and the like? So there's interest there, but what else do we have? Ulster, here we go. We've got a Pro 12 contract here from the Ulstermen. Now, this isn't bad, is it? This is not a bad offer. Ulster, 80 rated, 2-year contract, 142k, like it really matters. But the big thing is there that they are 80 rated, so a very good side as well, which means not so much pressure comes on Mr. Nichoalls to get the job done. Right, moving on. Look, the bar's hardly moved. And we got the Stormers from South Africa. Super Rugby once again, 142k for 2 years. Again, another good side, the Stormers. I think those first couple of offers are being left behind with teams rated under 70 as well. We want to be at the best. We want to be with the best at the best. That's what we've got to make sure we do. Stormers, not a bad offer, but again, we've mastered Super Rugby. Or do we want to double back-to-back with the Canes? London Welsh, no surprise these guys have come calling. Their contract offer is a little bit less. 134, yes, it has gone down. 134,000, 3 years with the London Welsh side in the Aviva Premiership. 70 rated though, still not a bad offer. What's next? The Bulls. Well, the Bulls are only offering us 134 as well. Good team in South Africa, but, you know, the Stormers are offering us a bit more, aren't they? And they're a better rated team. I think if we're going to go anywhere, we'll probably go with the Stormers if we're going to go to South Africa at the stage. What's next? Stade Francais. Ooh. Interesting. Lower rated side once again. 66, even worse. But it is that top 14. I know you guys are harped on Crusaders top 14. I've seen the comments, but you got to make your votes do the talking here. What's next? Ospreys. We could go to a very, very good side, Ospreys as well. 84 rated. 134k. I'm not worried about the money whatsoever. Money's not an issue. That is just, you know, it looks pretty, doesn't it? Money's not the problem here. It is the rating of the team and the competition. Ospreys looks very, very tempting in the moment. Don't forget, there is the option still to remain at the Hurricanes and see what happens next season. Connacht have thrown their hat into the ring as well. 3 years, 134 but 75 rated. Not bad from Connacht as well. Cardiff Blues, 77 rated. Not quite Ospreys at this point, but still 2 years and a decent sum of coin in the pocket for Mr. Nichoalls if he goes there. The Lions, back to Super Rugby. Amazingly, only 66 rated, but do not forget that our life started at the Lions in the Currie Cup. Is it time to go home to the team, well, the parent side of the team that gave us our start? That is an interesting option. A lot of you guys out there could be keen on the Lions. What's next? The Blues! Oh, well, this is interesting, isn't it? Because the Blues were out and out the best team in Super Rugby until Nathan Nichoalls come back and got a stranglehold on it. He really changed this competition. Well, the Blues finalists, of course, and really that was quite a close season throughout. 3 really good matches versus the Blues, and they'll be wanting to increase their squad, and there's one reason why they couldn't beat the Hurricanes, and it was the man here they are trying to sign. 3 years, 83 rated side, very, very interesting prospect as well. We're not even halfway through here. That's how ridiculous this is. The Western Force throwing it in there as well. 73 rated, a very good side. Again, the values drop a bit, but I'm not worried about that. 3 years, but it's still in Super Rugby. What's next? Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's Toulon, 85 rated. Cheap bastards aren't even offering me the most amount of money. How ridiculous is that? But 85 rated, 3 years in the top 14. That has to be tempting. That has to be really, really tempting. Of course, we all know this series is played on console, so there's no mods, unfortunately, for this Beer Pro series. But still, to go to Toulon and play for arguably one of the best teams in the top 14 is a tempting proposition. 85 rated, very much so. Breve is another one, 69 rated. You know, when you compare them to Toulon, it really doesn't add up, does it? It really doesn't add up for those poor buggers. They're not going to get anywhere near us. Oh, here's one everyone wanted, the Crusaders. Wow, wow, wow. A lot of talk about the Crusaders. They were the whipping boys of Super Rugby this year. Oh, in this series, I should say. Definitely not in real life. But they've thrown in an offer here for Mr. Nichoalls. We're still only halfway through this list. How ridiculous is that? A lot of you guys want to see Nathan Nichoalls and the Crusaders, so make your voices and opinions heard about what you want to see. Money, no object, they're offering us the same as Toulon, which is just crazy. 3 years though, it's a long contract, but we can easily get out of those. No dramas. I imagine too, if we sign for likes of the Crusaders, we won't have to play that season out with the Hurricanes as well. It's only if we go to the Northern Hemisphere that we have to play out that 3/4 of a season. You guys know how it works. Waratahs? Yeah. Not likely, is it? Really not likely for old Nathan. 3 years, 76 rated side. Good team. They played all right in the competition this year as well. Moving swiftly along. Sale Sharks back to the Aviva Premiership. 2 years. The money's dropping down a bit here. 117k we're down to. But still, Aviva Premiership we've conquered. And the South Sharks, so would be a nice team to go and visit as well. 76, not bad at all. Oh, here we go. Clermont. Amazingly 10 less rated than Toulon. That almost puts them in the toilet, doesn't it, really? But again, Clermont come knocking. We're going to play that 3/4 season with the Canes. Do we wait for our contract to run out, or do we go now and stuff the back-to-back Super Rugby titles? It's a tough call. It's a tough call indeed. It's your guys' call to make too, so haha, not my decision at all. Castres is another one throwing it in from the top 14, so Castres is not quite as good as Clermont. 2 years there, pretty much the same contract, but not quite as good a side around us. All the Chiefs. Now the Chiefs are jumping in, 78 rated. We had some good battles with the Chiefs this year. Another good team, but a team in Super Rugby. Do we want to conquer every competition first before we move on, or do we want to get a couple of title runs in our blood first from something like Super Rugby or the Aviva Premiership? That is for you guys to decide. Leicester Tigers, back we go to the Aviva Premiership. 76 rated, 2 years, decent bit of coin. Leicester Tigers, that's another tempting one, but we've got a lot from the Aviva Premiership, like Sale, now Leicester. Who else was there? Bath was there to go back to the team that gave us our big break out of Curry Cup. So a lot of options. Munster. Oh, now, I know for sure there's a lot of Munster fans out there. I know so much that there is a lot of Munster fans out there. Do you go off your head or your heart here? You guys will want us to play for Munster, but teams like Ospreys are so much stronger. 71 rated Munster, 3 years, 108,000. We're still breaking those triple figures. Oh, Leinster as well. What are they rated? 71 and 74. Oh, well, this is a tough call to make. This is the most contracts we've ever had. I mean, we looked at these other seasons and we were like, pretty easy. This is the best side. Go with them. You guys have got a terrible decision to make. Here's Zebri jumping in on the occasion as well. 108k, 71 rated, same as Munster. This is going to be tough. We are going to have a really widespread group of teams. Here's Powell wanting a go as well. Another French top 14 side, 3 years, decent little bit of coin. 70 rated though, Again, they're falling down that list a bit. And I think we've got a couple of better options, like Toulon, Clermont are up there, Castres. A few teams probably going to be picked first before these lesser sides. What else we got? We got the Sharks. So the Sharks jump in late. Another Super Rugby side. I think we've got just about all of them here jumping in. I don't think we've got the Rebels. Every other stroll. The Reds probably haven't been there yet. Pretty much every New Zealand side. South Africa, I think, have only got who left? I think that's all of them, isn't it? Sharks, the Bulls, the Stormers, Lions. Goodness me. What's next? The Reds! We just talked about how he hadn't had an offer from the Reds. Well, we got one now. 69 rated. Every Super Rugby team bar the Rebels. And there's still more to come. So will the Rebels come in? We will see in just a second. But the Reds throwing their hat in there. 69 rated side, 3-year contract in Super Rugby. No, London Irish. They're another side in there. And I'm not surprised to see the Irish in there. Very high on our bar of teams that want to sign us as well. 3 years back to the AP. Aviva Premiership could be on. Newcastle Falcons, another one. Very high up on our list of interested sides. 2 years at the Falcons. Back to Aviva Premiership, a possibility. Saracens. Ooh. Now, if there was one team you're going to sign for in the Aviva Premiership and you had all the options in the world, it would probably be Saracens, wouldn't it? The Saracens are a fantastic side. Always there or thereabouts. Always in the mix. 87 rated. They are a very good side. 100k. Screw the money. Who cares? They are one of the best teams in the competition. In the game, really, for club sides. They are definitely one of the best. They are a huge option. And again, I know there's a lot of Saracens fans out there. So have your voice heard. Do we have any more? We do. We have Bordeaux, another French side. My God, we've got a lot of teams coming in for the offers here. 68 rated, a bit low, but another option from France. 2 years from Bordeaux. Could we go there and see them? But there's probably a lot more that I prefer from France. Stade Francais, Toulon, Clermont. We've gone through all the big ones. They're the ones we really have to go to, isn't it? Do we have any more? I don't think we do. No, we do not. Back to the top of the list. So there you go. One more quick run through them. I'll start at the top and go through them. Okay, so we have Ajon, we have Bath, we have Brumbies, Highlanders, Saints, Ulster, Stormers, Welsh, London Welsh it is, Bulls, Stade Francais, Ospreys. Tempting. That is a really tempting offer, Ospreys. Connacht, Cardiff Blues, Lions, the normal Blues from Super Rugby, Western Force, Toulon, Brive. We didn't get Toulouse. That's interesting. Crusaders, Waratahs, Sale Sharks, Clermont, Castres, Chiefs, Leicester Tigers, Munster, Leinster. That is really uncanny to have those two together, isn't it? Zebre, Pau, Sharks, Reds, London Irish, Newcastle Falcons, Saracens, and Bordeaux. Those are your options. Now it is up to you to decide. Of course, remember, do not forget, the Hurricanes still have 1 year to play in our contract if we want it, and then we could go anywhere in the world. We will have to go somewhere and obviously decide a team. Hurricanes will definitely want us to stay. They would want to go back to back, but do we want to go back to back in Super Rugby with the Hurricanes? That is for you guys to decide. So let me know in the comments. Let me know on Twitter. Let me know anywhere you have my contacts. Anywhere at all. You catch me on Steam all the time as well. So hit me up on there if you want. Comment section is very easy. Scroll down a little bit. Put your pick in and it will be counted. Do not worry about that. Every vote counted, and the team with the most votes is where Nathan Nichoalls will be going, just like we've done every season so far in the series. So it's all up to you guys. You decide where we go. You can see all contact details should be on screen for the end of this video. You can catch my Twitter handle, all those sorts of things on there. So get in touch, have your say about where you want Mr. Nichoalls to go. There's a lot of options, so I'm expecting quite a spread amount of votes for these sides. So that's going to be fantastic. Get involved and say where you want Mr. Nichoalls to go. That is it for today. It was going to be a quick one, but it's ended up quite long because I didn't expect to be this many teams. And we went through them in quite some detail as well. So that is it for today. we'll leave this open for as long as possible so that everyone gets their chance to have their say. Of course, if you know someone who wants to have a vote on where Mr. Nichoalls should go, make sure they see this video, share it with your friends, get them involved in the series, and we will have a decision coming very, very soon for where Nichoalls will be spending Season 4 of his Be A Pro career. That is 2019 Hurricanes, or do we go with one of these new contracts? They are the options. Let me know what you all think, and I'll see you all for the big reveal coming very, very soon. Until then, thank you for tuning and watching. Hope you've all enjoyed the video here today, and thanks for having your say as which team as well. It's great to have you guys all involved. If there was less teams, I'd make a vote, but that's just not going to work when we have 100,000 contract offers. So leave in the comments, hit me up on Twitter, and have your say on which team Nichoalls should go to. Until then, thank you all for tuning in, and take care.